Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. This is NewsTower. Let's play. And we are in the sounding rocket. It is November of 32, coming to the end of the year. Also coming up on my dad's birthday there, literally when he was born. So that'll be fun. I'll try to remember to point that out next month. Bought some paper there. We're trying to recall what our goals are. Reviews, that's right. And then the other was just something we already have out there. So we're good to go there. Let's start an ad before I forget. There we go. We'll need an illustrator, and that's good. We passed on the photographer one with the mob. But that's something that we'll want to kind of hang on to as well, particularly if we see a week coming up where we have photographs at the end. We can kind of think towards that. We also talked a little bit about prepping for the mayor's challenge next time, where he didn't want any, I think it was econ or politics, and he wanted lots and lots of society. So that's something we will pay attention to as we get closer to the end of the week as well. Okay, we have that going, and now we need to load this up to see what kind of stories we might have to work here. Well, look at that. Gold tags, always a good thing. We have to do both of these to get to that. And we only have one reporter ready right now. So we'll go with Lucille. Okay, there we go. We will unpause and we will kind of wait to see if one of those other folks come free. Not yet. Everybody, well, when are we looking at? 5 hours? Okay, 2 hours. So it'll be, we want to pay attention to that. Now we have politics, and then either, we don't have cartographers yet, something I'm working towards. So we'll end up doing the defeat down here. Now, I had talked in the previous episode that I'm going to need to advance my tower a little bit and reorganize it. I think I'm going to do that at the end of the year. I think January is when we'll go ahead and make that happen. Gives me a little time to see how I need things to play out. Little time to plan for it. And that will be welcome and helpful. Photographs, good. Everybody's booked here. This is opposite of the one where I'm still, whoops, not that one, this one where I'm waiting. No, we're good there now. Okay. I got confused. One of these we were waiting on yet another person. There's that one. We're good on this. Okay, that story should get done. But when we do that, we are going to go ahead and hire cartographers. We are absolutely finding money. In fact, $25,000. We are going to go ahead and just do that, so I don't have to think on it. It's a done deal. And the reorganization will include effectively 2 empty floors that we get to decide what to do with. Okay, pausing and on to the second part of this ad. And this time I'm going to remember that I can start a second ad because she is not tied up. So we should get 2 ads out of this week. Is that the one I want to do? Entertainment. I don't have a real big bonus on either of those. We'll go with this one. It's a pick'em. There was really no rhyme or reason. There was no reason to do econ over entertainment or society or whatever the other one was. All right, let's take a quick look at Anne. Her concentration is 100%. Let's see how this photo comes out. We get sloppy work anytime Anne is involved. Maybe it's because I just realized I don't have a graphic editor desk, do I? I don't think I do. I don't know if there's a quick way to see that over here. Not hiring. Do we have staff board? There we go. We only have one editor. So what, can I turn these off and they go away? Is that the idea? Unassigned employees, none, okay. Yeah, I think we turn these off. And then we can turn it on. The only editor we have is Edith Thompson. That mobster was intimidating. Okay, and she is going to be our text editor, I'm pretty sure. Let's find where Edith sits. Text editing desk, that's going to be Edith, isn't it? There she is. Okay, so she is the only one. So let's get a, I don't know if we have the desk for it yet. We might have to go and buy it. We should have enough influence now for that. Let's take a quick peek. I think they're under production. Text editing. Yeah, we do not have the graphics desk. So let's go get that. That might help quite a bit with what we're experiencing there. And if I recall, it might be up here. There it is. Oh, it's only 4 points. We should have gotten this a while ago. Let's grab that. Let's see what else we have here. The issue board for them. It's just a +1, 4 points. I'm going to take it. And what do we have here? Another +1, another +1, +2, the paper cutter. All right, well, I'm not going to spend all of our points on this, but I'll tell you what, we are going to go ahead and get at least this one. Oh, we already have that one. Never mind, we'll get this one. So moving in the right direction there, and we'll have some options there, things to put around those desks. Back over here, find that desk. Production and production accessories. Graphic editing desk. Removes. Yes, it does. Okay, so we're going to put it, I think, right here, right? The flow would kind of be this way, and then they'll have to come back out anyway to get it to an assembler. So that should work. And who can we hire for this job? Highlander. The higher the workplace, the faster the work. 3% work speed increase per floor. That's interesting. I haven't seen that one before. Here is one. Employees in the same room that share the same skill get 10% of this employee's XP. Wow. That's a tag I haven't seen too. I like that one. I think we're going to look at rows here. How high are we, just for fun? Let's see what that's actually going to look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be 18% increase. That's reasonable. Let's do that. We're going to hire rows. We now have a graphic editor that should help prevent some of that sloppiness, and we even have the ability to build some accessories. Let's see what we have. Well, a filing cabinet won't fit there, but it will fit there. So that's going to help. We can put an issue board above her desk. We'll have to move that clock, but there is nothing wrong with moving the clock, just a little. And then finally, we have dictionaries to set on her actual desk. There we go. Comfort items. I wanted to see, do we have any of the, so we have prestige. We have one porcelain vase, however you want to say it, folks. We have a portrait hanging here. I just wanted to see if there's any way to kind of spice things up for some of these folks a little bit. Maybe we put a landscape. Is their job particularly dreary? It's the photographer, right? Let's do that. For fun. Why not? Okay. Moving on. The cooler is not broken. He's fixing it. Okay, that's good. And I think I still haven't gotten any of those more fun all we have is the water cooler. So you know what? One other thing I want to see. I know there... Is it at the theater? There's like a popcorn machine or something, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and get that. Just to have something a little different. Adds a little prestige. I don't think the water one does that, so that'll be good. Click on the map. And over here, and comfort. It's not comfort though, it is employee needs. Popcorn. Every employee needs popcorn, right? I can't eat popcorn anymore. No matter what I do, it gets stuck between two of my teeth, and I end up miserable for a week. So, but that's okay. My employees can enjoy it all they want. It almost looks like a piece of pizza, doesn't it? It's a pizza machine. All right. Here we go. As the clock ticks down to the climax, millions of voters are still undecided and need clear guidance. Hoover or Roosevelt? Okay, well, you know, one thing I didn't do was that. We can do that real quick. We might end up moving that elevator altogether, though. That is not outside the realm of possibility. And, of course, we have the hot topic now of politics. Good thing we didn't listen to the... Was that the mayor? I think it was the mayor. All right, well, let's start with... We're going to put our home run hitter here. Now, actually, one thing I might want to do, we only have 3 reporters. I'm going to put her on a quick story. So with the hope that with only having 3, but there's 4 stories, she can get this done in 12 hours. Hopefully she is available before the end of one day. As these guys come in, I'll put them on the other stories, and then hopefully she recycles and we can get it done. So... we will see. So, okay. Robert, we'll put him on the long one. She's already done with her story, so it's a matter of waiting for her to be available again. 8 hours. We've been seeing it takes like 7 hours for them to hand these in. And she's not going to make it. Line closed. Yeah, so it took her a good solid 8 hours to turn in a story. Now, some of that could be literally whatever is happening here. I had thought about maybe putting one of those pneumatic tubes here and sending it right up to the graphics desk. I'm sorry, not the graphics desk, the text editor. Is that this one? Yeah, I thought about doing that. There is no space to do it right now. I'd have to kind of clear some stuff. But that is a possibility. We could also move the editor, put them maybe over here or something, and drop that in. But I had not seen how those tubes are being used yet. I wanted to pay attention to that, and unfortunately, just what as always happens, kind of stopped paying attention to it. Alrighty. Let's see what's coming in here. Sports with possible illustration or additional sports with gossip. However, reviews, we want reviews. So let's get on this right away and quickly. We'll do Chris. Here comes Chris for that. Let's go take a look at that tag real quick. The new one that came in, it was skillful. Adds a quality star for every maximum leveled skill without buffs. Okay. And down here, we knew we had one more that was kind of waiting. Photography and reporting. Anne is our photographer. She's turning in a story. I really like having the gold tags. It is midweek. It's going to take her a long time to get it done. It's going to take her over a day, so it'll be mid-Friday. We should be able to get it in. Should be able to get it in, so let's unpause and give her just a minute. Here she is. Get her on that right away. I feel like maybe there was another story where I was going to need her, but I'm not going to sweat it right now. This district is looking for inspiration. We have that. Chris is impacted a little on his concentration. Going to want to take a peek at that. Let's send Lucille for this part. Elaine for this part. That sports story is ready for illustration. Definitely want to get to that. Can I just please go home? Is he having a bad day? Huh, I don't know that I've seen them say that before. His concentration is okay. Maybe you've seen that. I don't know. Hopefully it was just a random comment. Doesn't actually have anything to do with anything. We're to that point where, yeah, the stories are longer than the sidebar. It's a statement. We're going to want to get that in if we can. Sports with a breakthrough and a review, and that would be perfect if it was just a little earlier in the week, but that's okay. We are going to pursue it. It is midway through Saturday, so we're coming to the end of the week here. Entertainment and entertainment with a review. Look at that. They're just pouring in now. Yeah, we're going to want to bump up the staff just a little bit. Okay, let's see what he does here. He's walking towards the tubes. So he puts it in the tube, and it goes down, and it's coming down to this guy. Okay, so that's what they saved. They saved him going down the stairs. I have to say I'm a fan. I think I'm going to figure out how I can use those to some maximum effort here. The one thing that is occurring to me is it allows you to separate these tasks a little more strategically, so that you can just use the tubes to send things. They don't have to be immediately next to each other. So there's some benefit in putting an assembler and a typesetter next to each other with a slug tray between, because that gives them both a bonus. And it's good to have them near each other because they pass work back and forth, right? The typesetter goes to the assembler. The assembler is the final spot. So it makes a little bit of sense to pay attention to those locations. But once we have space and money where we can afford things like slug trays and other, benefits for the different folks, there is less need. Are we running out of power? Am I out of coal? I don't think we can be out of coal. Oh, we are out of coal. Let's buy some coal real quick so that doesn't become more problem. I don't know that we bought paper this week either. But anyway, the idea that you can use these tubes to very quickly traverse floors with the stories, the people don't even have to do it now. So they don't even have to walk to the elevator to make that happen anymore. And he does not have an elevator. He has to take the stairs to get to his job when he needs to use the bathroom, things like that. So that gives us some options on how we might do things just a little differently going forward. Looking forward to that. Let's go ahead and get into Sunday and get this paper printed and see what's happening. That's right, we heard a couple of bings and I forgot to advance. So let's get Robert out there. I have a feeling, yeah, we had this coming too, and we knew we weren't going to get to it, but we'll put Charlotte on it. And then next week we'll have a nice gold tag there to start the week. All right, I got cut it a little close there. I didn't mean to do that. Yep, must print now. We do go to auto pause. That's good. What do we have here? More sloppiness. That might have been from last week, though. I can't remember for sure. But we have tons of stories to work with. That's good. I see one. I do not see a review there. Do I have any reviews? They're in the works. They didn't get done. Okay, well, we're going to miss out on that. That's too bad. And the high society ladies are going to be angry with us for a bit. But we're going to start with this guy. Do we have any with influence? Not that are ready. We're going to go to page 2, and we're going to drop this one here. Lots of tags. That's the main reason. We have crime. We'll go ahead and hit that here. Society, politics. It's checking a lot of different boxes, isn't it? Here's a double. So we'll take that. That one there. And then we're going to cycle around, start filling out this page. So if we have any more entertainment, we don't. Have an idea tag here though. And so now we have a society tag. I don't know that that's our maxing that out. I think we're pretty good on that page. So we'll come to this one, more politics. Go with this. Here's a double match. Up to 263,000 with 2 articles to go. 3 articles to go, even better. I don't think you get double money if you put an ad in here, but I'm not seeing where it's going to hurt. Did we? 15, it did. It doubles the money. All right, well, we'll go ahead and we'll take advantage of that. I feel a little weird doing that, but that's all right. It's just a game, right? So are we full? Doesn't really matter. We don't have any more stories, but I do want to make sure we're at least making some effort in matching tags as best we can. I didn't really see a really solid pattern this time where there was going to be great matches. I'm good with this. We'll pull that big lever. Here we go. This is close to a record. I had written down somewhere where my current record was and for sales, and I'm not seeing that right off the bat. It is record sales. Look at that. So I'm going to try to write that one down. All right. Suppose you were an idiot and suppose you're a member of Congress, but I repeat myself. We've seen that one. It is fun, though. I like that. All right. Seeing more and more of that with my local representation right now, but that's a whole nother story. And I probably shouldn't get on a tangent on that because I will not leave it for a while. It's become very, very disappointing. All right. I think we're seeing what we expected to here. Got that neighborhood locked down, Newark. Outstanding. Yeah, we missed. Sorry, ladies. Pardon my French, but do you consider this quality? I wonder what she said. 'Cause none of that was French. Right. Well, we're moving a little bit to informational. Okay. Possibility of 3 ads. I get it. We hired somebody, so yeah, we kind of expected that to happen. Considering we dropped 25,000 for a floor, this is not bad at all. I'm very pleased with that. We can level up. I'm sorry, leave the recap. Didn't say level up, it said leave recap. The mayor doesn't want, you know what? We're in good shape to start this one. We don't have any society, but we can push that. And I think the mob wanted they wanted photographs. That's a good one. We'll just hold on to that because that one isn't horrible. First of all, always meetable. Even if there's 0, you pass the challenge. But this will be free money at some point when we're ready to pursue that. We're going to go with the mayor this time. So accept his challenge, and then we got to pick a neighborhood. And I really have no huge thought on where we go next. We should get a paper discount. Shouldn't we? We should. It is a chunk of auto paper order. Well, we're taking that right away. We'll never have to order paper again. That's good. We'll get that set up as soon as we go to the other screen. Getting international news eventually is a goal. We have a couple of steps to get there. We could start that, and we meet one of them this time, so that isn't the worst thing. We probably will get an inspiring. We could get an unveiling. Fame, probably with entertainment, yeah. We're going to be pursuing society. I do want to set that up so I don't forget before the start of the next episode. So we will pause here real quick. We're going to go out here and we're going to say, give us society stories. We're going to set the paper to auto purchase so we don't ever have to do that again. And beyond that, it is December of 1932. Outstanding. This has been the News Tower. Thank you for joining me, and we will play through the rest of 1932 in the next episode. Until next time, fair travels.